As long as you have vectors in inner product space V, you have Cauchy-Schwarz inequality, you have triangle inequality, and also you can define Pythagorean theorem. Cauchy-Schwarz inequality says the absolute value of the inner product between U and V is less than or equals to magnitude of U times magnitude of V. Triangle inequality says the magnitude of U plus V is less than or equals to magnitude of U plus magnitude of V. Pythagorean theorem says two vectors are orthogonal if and only if the norm of U plus V to the second is equal to norm of U to the second plus norm of V to the second. Consider functions f and g. Function f is constant function 1. Function g is linear function x. Both of them are defined on vector space of all continuous. This C represents continuous functions on closed intervals 0 and 1. Verify that the absolute value of the inner product between f and g is less than or equals to magnitude of f times magnitude of g. For the left-hand side of the inequality, first, let us find the inner product between f and g using the definite integral. So here you have the definite integral 0 to 1 f times g, which is equal to the definite integral of 1 times x, which is x, which is a half x squared between 0 and 1, or just a half. So this is your left-hand side. This quantity on the left-hand side is a half. Now you need to find these two quantities, multiply them together, and verify. But note that this guy is already positive, so you don't need the absolute value on the left-hand side. For the magnitude of f, the magnitude of f squared is equal to the inner product of f by f, which is the definite integral 0 to 1 of f times f, which is the definite integral 0 to 1, function f is 1, so you get 1 times x. The integral becomes x bounded between 0 and 1, or just 1. Now, the magnitude of g to the second is the inner product of g by itself, or the definite integral 0 to 1 of g by g dx, which is the definite integral 0 to 1 of x squared dx. Why? Because g is function x. X times x gives you x squared, which is a third x cubed, 0 to 1, which is a third. Well, it's easy to see that if you multiply the magnitude of f by magnitude of g, it is square root of 1 times a third, or 1 over square root of 3, or about 0.577. What's the meaning of that? It means that on the left-hand side, the absolute value of the inner product of f and g, which is equal to a half, this guy here, which is now written here, is less than or equals to 1 over square root of 3, which is about 0.577. This is the number that you found on the right-hand side here. So left-hand side, which is a half, is definitely less than the right-hand side.